So what are you getting for $1,000 when you buy an iPhone 15 Pro? What makes this the most expensive phone that Apple makes? Why do they sell so many different other iPhones, but this is the one that you're paying $1,000 for? Because the cheapest iPhone that Apple sells is $429 in the iPhone SE, and it sells it right alongside the iPhone 15 Pro. Is it worth it paying $1,000 for the iPhone 15 Pro for a phone that you probably already have a perfectly good cell phone in your pocket right now? Why would you spend $1,000 for a brand new phone? So let's go into it. Now, I want to start off by saying I find a lot of value in older iPhones and even in some Android phones. But if you were thinking of making the plunge into $1,000 iPhone to be an iPhone Pro user, or if you're upgrading from a previous iPhone Pro, then let's get into the reasons why. Now, I am not a rich person. I am not a influencer. I am not a tech reviewer that buys every single piece of technology out there. I don't buy iPhones and iPads and MacBooks. I just don't do that. I am basically trying to say I'm not spoiled by technology where only the best is what I want, like all these other YouTubers. So let's just go ahead and start on why you would spend and what you're going to get for $1,000 when you buy the iPhone 15 Pro. So we're getting USB Type-C in the iPhone 15 Pro. This is a big change. The previous iPhone Pro had Lightning. The iPhone in general has had it for 10 years. And this is going to make a lot of people happy, and it's going to make a lot of people disappointed. If you are a person that has lots of Lightning cables and lots of devices that use Lightning, you're going to be kind of disappointed, and you're going to be jumbling several cables, and it's just going to be a little bit of a mess. On the other hand, if you have a lot of USB Type-C devices already, then you're going to be actually very happy with this, because now you could use less cables and just go with one cable to charge multiple devices. And in general, most devices are going to be USB Type-C. So right now it's going to be a headache, but later on it's going to be way easier and not having so many different type of cables out there. Next, we're getting an action button for the iPhone 15 Pro. And this one's very, very different. Every single iPhone before this has had a ringer switch. And now we have a physical button that you press, and you could actually change it to do a lot of different things. So now you could turn on the flashlight, you could switch to the camera, you could take down a note, you could start a voice recording. So it's a very versatile feature, and this is what really sets it apart. You can see the iPhone Pro, the 15 Pro, and actually see this change. And it goes a long way, even more than the charging port. This is something that actually adds a lot of value, but it's up to you to decide if it's worth it for $1,000. But it is something that is just for the Pro model. Next, it's not really a feature that you're getting, but it's actually coming down to price. So the iPhone 15 costs $800, and the iPhone 15 Pro is $1,000. Now, why do I say $170 is the difference? That doesn't add up. Well, you're only getting that $200 difference if you are going with the carriers. And me personally, I like to go prepaid or pick my own carrier whenever I want. I usually go prepaid or MBO, and I don't see the justification if I want an unlocked phone to pay an extra $30 for it. So it makes the margin even smaller, and I tell myself, well, might as well just pay this $170 and get the Pro phone with all the new features, and it's just way better, because Now, because the iPhone Pro doesn't charge that $30 upcharge, so it makes it an easier decision to just get the iPhone Pro. Next, we have another non-hardware feature, but it's trade-in value. It comes down to price. Since we're paying a premium of $1,000 for the iPhone 15 Pro, that means that one day it's going to be sold for more than a non-Pro model. It holds its value more. You're going to have a lot more choices in the future if you decide to jump to the next Pro model, or even if you want to downgrade and get a non-Pro model, you're going to get more money back. And that, in my opinion, is just way better for something in the future. This is for a future action of you trading in or selling your iPhone Pro. Now we're getting 8 gigs of RAM in the iPhone 15 Pro. We finally made the jump from 6 gigs to 8 gigs of RAM, and I think that's pivotal. That's usually when they change or increase the size of RAM, that typically means that this phone is going to be a lot more valuable for the future use, because that's going to extend the life of this iPhone even more. Since future releases will typically slow down older devices, since this one is better equipped, it's almost future proof for future releases. And that definitely is going to help it hold its value, and it's going to give you the option of sticking to this device for more years of updates, and it will still run pretty smooth. And next is the chipset. It's getting an A17 Pro chip. And basically, this, just like RAM, this is going to improve the life of this device, not just now, but in the future. It's going to run pretty much any app you could throw at it, and it won't stutter. And since apps keep getting updated, and you're not going to see the slowdown like other phones that have lesser quality or older chipsets. This is one of the core reasons of getting the Pro version of the iPhone, is because when it comes down to it, it's all about performance. If your phone is slow or is laggy or stuttery, it doesn't help you, and it will lose its value, and it just won't work out. If your iPhone doesn't work, then nothing could really help it out. So this is the premium you're paying for, is a nice, fast phone. So those were all the features that you're getting when you're paying $1,000 for an iPhone 15 Pro. I did leave out photography because the Pro series have always had great camera systems, and the cameras on the iPhone 15 Pro are the best in any smartphone. But that's just something I just don't really care about that much. I really care about the functional features and the crazy differences that we're getting, most notably the Type-C charger and the action button. So those are features that really stand out, and then when you put them all together, it really does make sense on why these phones cost as much as they do. So those are the reasons why that you should get the iPhone 15 Pro, and those are the features that you're getting for that money.